Hello Impactors, this is Darren Roberts, Master Trainer at Impact Training Corporation and the National Sales Academy. Welcome to our regular weekly impact training tips. Today, how to pre-plan your lead generation. Now this is tip number 2. Steve kicked this off beautifully on Monday with tip number 1. Today, tip number 2 is no fingers crossed approach. Let's get rid of that fingers crossed approach. Now, as many of you know, our tips are related to our ebook, Make More Sales with these 7 questions. It's a free ebook, so I'll include the link below. If you haven't got it yet, you can get it. If you have, then we're going to take our time to help you with that implementation of those 7 questions. And as you know, this week is around question 1 of our ebook, which is, have you pre-planned your lead generation for next month? Have you pre-planned your lead generation for next month? We're about a week into the month, aren't we? So we're asking, have you pre-planned it for next month and beyond? Now, some of you might be thinking, Darren, I haven't even planned it for this month. Well, hey, listen, I'm glad you are watching this video then. We put a quote up just today that is a Benjamin Franklin quote. You've heard it before, I'm sure, that says, failing to plan is planning to fail. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Now, I see this in business regularly, so I'm going to break through that, where a lot of businesses have a retail philosophy. And that retail philosophy is build it and they will come. Open your doors to your business, do some branding, put some signage out, and enough leads will come through to have you achieve your targets. But unfortunately, that's not always the case. In fact, it's rarely the case. Because if we're just relying on things that are outside of our control, then we get affected by distractions. Like school holidays, when it's in the middle of summer and it's 44 degrees, when it's middle of winter and it's freezing and hailing and no one's leaving their home. Economic factors that are around us, end of financial year, all these things have an impact on the number of leads that come through. So if you move from a retail mindset to a proactive mindset, you'll take control of that. And I know for me in my sales and business background, it's given me great confidence to know whatever happens around us, I'm going to do enough activity, generate enough leads to achieve target despite what's happening around us. But that's got to come down to a plan. So what if I was doing another marathon? I haven't done one for a couple of years. What if it was another comeback time for a marathon? I said, I'm going to do a personal best in the marathon. And you said, Darren, how are you going to achieve that? I said, oh, listen, I don't know. I'll do as many runs as I can leading up to it and I'll train as hard as I can. Well, I'm sure you agree that my chances of getting a personal best in that marathon are slim. Whereas if I said to you, listen, I've created a plan. I know exactly how many sessions I need to do. I know exactly when I do my endurance and my strength and my speed training. I know what heart rate I need to stick to with each of these sessions. I know when I need to taper and recover. I know what my nutrition needs to be. I know when I need my massages. And all I'm going to do is compare what I'm actually doing to my plan and achieve that, make some tweaks if I need to. Well, of course, I'm far more likely to achieve my personal best in my marathon. So this is what we need to do as well within business to help us achieve our targets more regularly. Now, part of that, understanding how much activity do we need to do, that's called the Planning for Good Days formula. Now, that's covered in question 5. So go to the ebook and read question 5. We're going to cover that in some tips in the next coming months. But what this creates, what I see in business is a lot of stress and pressure because of the hockey stick approach to budgets. So many businesses have a monthly budget. And what I see is the week number 1 is terrible. Week number 2 and 3 start to pick up a little bit. And week number 4 in the month, there's a lot of pressure. Oh, we're way behind. We've got to achieve target. What are we going to do? We put an offer out there. We drop our price to attract people in. And that way, we get to budget. But that reduces your yield. It puts a lot of pressure on your staff and it's not a great fun way to run your business because what happens the next month? Week 1 of the next month, everyone's tired because they had to chase down this target. They've got no leads because they exhausted everything the month before. So week 1 is a disaster. They start learning the marketing. Week 2 and 3 starts to pick up a little bit. At the end of the week 3, well behind budget. Same again. All right, we're getting desperate to hit budget. We got to put an offer and we got to reduce the price, which of course hurts your yield. So a far better way to reduce that hockey stick is to plan your marketing for 12 months. Now, Steve on Tuesday gave some great tips about the different types of internal and external marketing, secondary spend, profit centers, those sorts of things. But what I want to add to that today is the other benefit of planning it out for 12 months allows you to theme your marketing. So what are the times of the year where there's consistent themes out there that your potential customers are talking about? Christmas is an obvious one. Is it Mother's Day, Father's Day? What other public holidays happen that we can link our marketing and our lead generation to? What about Commonwealth Games? We've just had Commonwealth Games in Australia. Did you take the advantage of link your lead generation message to something everyone was talking about? What about State of Origin rugby? Everyone's talking about State of Origin right now. Have you linked your marketing to State of Origin? What about other things throughout the year? At the moment, the Tour de France is about to start. Wimbledon tennis is about to start. How can you theme your marketing around some of these things that are happening in the marketplace? So when we refer to your ebook and question 1 of the ebook, it says when you address the first question, you'll need to look at things such as, what are you doing externally? Now, as well as Steve tips, if you can theme some of your external marketing, great. Is your social media up to speed? Now, this is a perfect way to theme your marketing through social media. And is there a plan of action that is going to generate sufficient leads to make enough sales? Remember, question 5 will help you understand how much, what number does that lead generation need to be. Now, this is both a business responsibility, but it's very much a self-generated lead generation contributes to this as well. So all of your sales staff and other staff also will have a responsibility, as well as the business as a whole, to do marketing. That self-generated marketing is important as well. So plan it in advance, put a 12-month calendar together for your marketing. See if you can theme it to some strong and exciting events in the local community. That'll get greater traction. And look out for Steve's tip on Tuesday, which will be a new tip. You guys have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.